Hello, my crafty friends. I'm going to make a cover for a second journal. This is my what we've done so far in our Messianic Prophecy study. There, there are pages for 64 studies in here, and then I have three more right here. So I've got one page left to do on this, and I will stick it in here, which will mean there's 68 of the studies that we're doing in here. And then I have in that same book, there are at least 50 more studies, and then there's a whole two more sections that we could do if we decide we want to go on with that same book. So uh, I want to make this book big enough that I can put 50 studies in it and it not do this. So I started to go ahead and put some of these pages in the new one, but as you can, now I'm seeing that these don't go out to the edge either. So let's just see how much difference is it. I was thinking this book was a lot bigger, but it may not actually be. Okay, it is a little bit wider, which would mean that our pages would stick way down in there even more. So I am going to make new pages. I did have some more pages cut to go in here, but it got too fat and I had to take them out. So I thought about using them in this book. They're okay this direction, but they're really, really short this direction. So I'm going to make new pages from different wallpaper to go in here. But today we're just working on the cover. We're not worrying about we're not worrying about the papers that go in it. Now, when that other book was already that size, and I just covered it with canvas and painted it. This one, I've got my canvas already painted, but this book is too narrow. So I'm going to have to make a new spine, and which means I'm going to have to cut me a spine out of here. But I also need to take this book out of here. So let's just start with that. And it really, it's really okay if I cut the spine on this one. Normally when you're altering a book, you want to be really careful not to cut the spine, but this one doesn't matter because I'm just using the book boards. I'm not going to really use the spine, which does make it easier. Okay, now the text block, it's a cookbook, so I may use some of it for something. They're glossy pages, so I don't know exactly what I'll use them for. Glossy pages are, they're nice and sturdy, but anyway, we will worry about what to do with those when the time comes that I need some pages like that. And I do want to go ahead and trim this. Okay, see, I need to actually get a little closer. You can still see that divot, and I just want the board. Okay. That will mostly work. I've got a piece here that I'm having trouble getting my scissors to cut, but and we're going to do the same thing over here. Just cut it right close to the board. Okay. Now then, I am going to use this. I had planned on making 2 or 3 journals out of it, and so if I'm going to do that, a couple of them will have to be small because this one will take up most of it. And so let's move it out of the way for now. And we're going to trim this. And let's see. This book board is 11 inches and our book is 10 1/4. So we're going to trim this to 10 1/4 inches. And I'm going to do that by putting it over here and getting my ruler at 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to stand up so I can see. Sometimes if you're not looking straight down on it, you cut crooked. And I have enough trouble when I am looking straight down on it. I don't want to make it even harder for myself. And we're just taking the knife and going a bunch of times because it's easier to stay straight if you do a bunch of little cuts than trying to do one big one. And I think I want to do this one about 2 inches, like the spine on the other one's about 2 inches. So if I have less if I have less pages in it, then the same size spine should be okay. That seems to make sense anyway. Okay. Now then, set those aside for something else. Now this canvas is pretty strong, so probably I don't need to put anything else, you know. I just need to cut my canvas and work with it. So let's see. How long do we need it to be? This is 9, 11, 9. So that's 20 inches altogether. If we don't include, you know, we need some space there. And so I want to make it big enough to fold over easy. So I think I'm going to cut it about I don't know, about 23 or 24 inches. Just, I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay, and this is, how wide is this? While we're thinking about it, just to make sure. 16. So this is not quite 20, so I can't do it this way. I have to do it lengthwise. And this has a rolled hem kind of thing on it, so I want to cut that off before I start measuring. Okay. And it's okay, I think it's okay to have it like this. And I did tear this, so it should be straight. So I think we're just going to measure. Okay, there's 16. And 8 would be 24. So let's do 23. And we're going to cut it right here. Oh. Because I'm not all that great at cutting straight, who knows how this is going to turn out. But I can make a small journal here, so that's good. And now, how wide do we need it to be? Let's look. Okay, this is because it's got paint on it, it'll be even harder to get it to fold in. So I think I'm going to go about here. There's some tape on that spot because I had cut it. Okay. That probably would help, but it's hard to do. So we're just going to eyeball it and hope for the best. Okay, so I can make a couple of small journal covers there, or one wraparound kind of thing. All right, I want to try look at one other thing real quick. Okay, see how crooked that is? Oh dear. Yeah, that's pretty crooked. Okay. Let's straighten it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to start, I think, by putting this board down, and then I'll glue this one down, and then this one down. And that should work okay. I'm going to, if I can find it, I'm going to use my Yes paste. Give me a minute. Let me go find it. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to pull some out. Trying to make sure I get it all over the Okay. And let's do this one. You want to really make sure it's pushed down into that fabric. And yeah, there's some Yes paste on it, and it's getting all over me, but that's okay. We're going to cover this up anyway. Okay. And I know you're thinking, Lisa, you're doing this upside down, but it does not matter. It doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden. I can make anything that any part of it the top or the bottom that I want to. So I got a little too much glue. But I didn't. Okay. Got some gooey. Make sure. Okay. I think that's stuck down pretty good. Okay. Now then, I need to take off the corners. That may not be close enough, but I'd rather cut more later than find out that I cut too much. And I do want it to tuck in if I can. It's so heavy with the paint and stuff, it may not work. But Oh dear. Oh, that's where is that where the tape is? No. I didn't expect it to crack, but it is right there. But we're gonna go on with it anyway. Trying to get this yes paste to come all the way out to the edge. A little bit more. Okay. Now we're going to snug this up as good as we can. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and fold this down so it can kind of get used to where it belongs. Okay. And here's what's going to be an issue. I need to really tuck those down so that it will bend. Okay. I need some clamps. All right, let's go out a little bit because I don't want we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, look what I just found. Some paint that I had thought was lost forever. Yep. All you got to do is use stuff you don't normally use, and then you find all the things you thought were lost. I'd even about decided I gave it away. But there it was. Okay, let me go ahead and get out clamps for this side before I get started. Okay. Oh. Let's get that out of the way. And let's work on this side. Okay. I thought I had several of these really big ones, but I don't know where they are. So we'll just use what we have. Let's see if we can put these right in here. All right. Now then, we want to do the corners. I mean the ends. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's do this. That had come unglued. I don't guess it really matters, but we're gluing it back down now, aren't we? You really want to try to not put too thick of a layer of this on. You want enough to hold it down, but you don't have to have a thick layer. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. And this one over here. And one in the middle. Okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. Let's see what this one's going to do. Now right here's where that piece of tape is, so it is not wanting to snug up. Okay, I'm gonna take out some of this. Well, it's not great, but it's better. Tuck that in a little bit more. Okay. Oh, goodness. That's not what I needed. I'm going to put this clamp right on that corner. And this clamp on that corner. And I'm going to move this one to the middle here. And stick this one over here. Okay. Clean that off real good so the lid will come off next time. Okay. All right, here's our cover for our new book. And I will put some fabric in the middle and then decorate this somehow later. No. I'll move that, but I really do want it to stay on the edge. I think this one needs to too. There we go. And we're going to let it sit and dry. And in the next video, I will make signatures and finish the inside and put it together. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.